going on, people? Welcome back to another video from Prempods. Today we're going over game week 27 in the English Premier League, getting closer and closer to the end. Closer and closer to Liverpool lifting that league. But we've got to get past these few games first as well.
For sure.
So, kicking us off on the 25th, this is a Tuesday, 7:30 kickoff. A few games on a Tuesday, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Brighton at home at the Amex against Bournemouth. And I'll let you kick it off.
I think this should be quite an interesting game. If Brighton actually turn up like we know they can, start affecting the wings like we know they can. Bournemouth, again, got very good wing backs that can go forward. So it's going to be about, are they going to have enough energy to keep going back up and forward, or are they going to sacrifice one of them, basically? So it depends on how this game is actually played out by both teams, because a lot definitely does come down to tactics, where your player has the gap in the middle of the pitch if you don't have a player marking them. Which I feel like is probably going to help Bournemouth more, to be honest with you. So I'm backing Bournemouth for a little 2-1 winner, even though they're away.
Yeah, okay. I subscribe to that view, to be honest with you. I mean, they've only won once in the past 5 meetings away at Brighton, and it was a 5-0 win. It was a bit of a win in it after not winning all them games. Only drawn once, Brighton won 3 in the last 5. And like you said, this is a pick'em game, because either team can turn up and cause the other real problems. They both can do it to each other and just cancel each other out. Maybe a high-scoring draw. I'm going to go 2-2. It can be difficult to pick between these two teams. It really depends on who turns up. Don't think either have... I mean, I prefer Bournemouth's team nowadays, honestly.
Yes, for sure.
If you're going player for player. But it doesn't always work out like that. So... 2-2 draw is what I'm going with for the seaside clubs.
Fair enough, mate. Fair enough. On to the next one. We've got Crystal Palace hosting Villa. This should be quite an interesting game. Another 7:30 kickoff. I think we've got a few of them on the Tuesday. Yeah, mate, I'll let you kick this off. What's going to happen?
I think I'm kind of on a... Because of the time of the season that it is, I am going with more shock results.
Fair enough.
Like before January, I would have said Villa all day long, home, away, on the moon. I don't think it would have mattered really. But this one can be dodgy. I'm going to go 2-1 Palace. I'm sticking my neck out here. I think there's a high chance it doesn't happen, to be honest with you. But these rare results and shock results have to come at some point. And Palace are going to start needing it. I mean, they're comfortable, they're safe enough, but it's just what they want to achieve themselves for the rest of the season.
They want to try and push up as much as possible, really. I understand what you're saying, but I'm going 2-0 Villa. I think Villa will definitely pick up the points here. I think once it starts to get past game, like round 30, is where you'll start seeing me going back to my old ways, picking the shocks, because that's when it starts to get like, you're in the real nitty-gritty now, and like, it's squeaky bumhole time for these clubs, isn't it? So you need points from anywhere. So when you're in the last 8 games, it's kind of almost like it's its own kick up the backside, where it's like you're nearly done. You need the points to stay out of trouble here. And Palace, they're not going to get dragged into it, I don't think. But this week, I don't think they'll have enough to beat Villa. Villa again been a bit lackluster, but I like all of their players. Their attacking options are brilliant. They've got 2 geezers everywhere for every position. And it doesn't drop off massively when they make a sub. Like a lot of the other clubs, they're doing very well with that. Recruitment's been very good, so I'm backing Villa, mate. 2-0. On to the third game. We've got Wolverhampton Wanderers against Fulham. Molineux. It is Molineux. 7:30 kickoff. Mate, this one is a bit tricky. Again, it's only tricky because that's my opinion on it. Most of the other games I can kind of come in and just give a off the bat like guess, but this game is looking a bit tricky. Fulham's form is a lot better. 3 wins out of the last 5. Wolves have only won 1, sitting down in 17th. They're definitely in the scrap. I might be inclined to pick Wolves, but I'm gonna stay Fulham, mate. I'm gonna stay Fulham.
This is where it gets interesting as well.
2-1, just because later in the season I will go Wolves. But 2-1 Fulham.
I'm going Wolves. Again, some more, I think, shock results could be on the way. I don't think it wouldn't be too much of a shock between these two in their history.
No.
Fulham haven't beaten Wolves at Molineux since 2016, which was a championship game anyway. I do trust Fulham a lot more this season.
Yeah.
But there's a reason that I don't know what the reason is, but there is a reason as to why they don't have great form away to Wolves. There's got to be something. And I'm kind of leaning on that, to be honest with you. Wolves, I don't think will get relegated this year, but they're really starting to push it in terms of how long they can keep being in such a bad run of form. Good players, so it can come together at times, and I think this has got to be one of them games.
Yeah, I think years gone by, Wolves would have been Wolves, anyone go away there.
Yeah.
The players they had, the style of football they played, Man United used to really struggle there. You've got we used to struggle there. Loads of teams used to struggle there, but I think over the recent years, it's just, they've only got 10 points at home this season.
Yes.
That's 17th again, pretty much where their position is. So it's not looking good, mate. Only 3 wins, 1 draw, and 8 losses. That's heavily in favour of the other team coming and getting something.
100%.
So,
but I'm going historically.
Makes sense, mate. Yeah, football's a weird game, mate. Anything can happen. On to the next one. 8:15.
This will be the last game.
Chelsea get Southampton. Well, you're going to go for a shock in this one?
No, I don't think so. No.
What are you going for?
Chelsea to get back on track. Convincingly enough, 3-1. Still don't trust the defence whatsoever, the goalkeeper whatsoever. But they've got so many attacking options that they should batter Southampton in that area. Southampton cause themselves a lot of problems with how they attempt to play at times. If you haven't got the players to do it, that's going to be able to take the ball in tight areas, turn and leave their man drop a shoulder and get out. Then why are you playing him blindside?
Oh yeah, exactly.
When you're right in front of your goal. And if he loses the ball, it's literally an open goal or literally a one-on-one with a keeper.
Yeah.
You haven't got the players to do it, but they still persist. You have to change it because it's not working.
The problem I think is with Southampton is their midfielders are quite good on the ball. So if only the defenders had that same quality, then as the manager I'd be asking, do this, innit? But if you ain't got that quality, exactly like you're saying, you're going to get caught out. And we've seen it, mate. They've conceded so many goals.
Maybe it's the goalkeeper not giving the right pass, not playing it to the right foot to be able to play a first-time pass. All of this stuff is important because then you have to take a touch. And that's where someone can just bite, quickly nick it, and then...
Yeah. And teams like Chelsea live off clubs like this because they are, as much as we take the mick out of Chelsea in it, they have quick players. Yes. And if they want to actually get on the front foot and stick you lot under the cosh, they can do it.
Yeah.
And if Southampton play the way they play like they've been playing, this could be bad. This could be 4-5, mate.
I can see that exact goal happening, to be honest, at least once in this game.
More than once.
But yeah, 3-1 for Chelsea. Could be more, in my opinion. Chelsea been lackluster the past few games. So this is a good chance for them to turn around and just batter a team, basically. I'm
going to go loads of goals. I'm going to go 4-2. Because we know Chelsea can concede.
Yeah.
Anyone that they've got in their midfield, Southampton, like Dibley and all these people, they're big geezers, isn't it? The striker's massive as well. He can cause a lot of problems. But it's just whether or not Chelsea are going to be willing to give up their mistakes. And I think they will be, which is why it's going to be 4-2. Both defences are going to have a howler. That's how I'm seeing this game.
Yeah, I think Chelsea will probably disrespectfully set up against Southampton in a way. In terms of, we're not worried about you scoring goals.
Nah, we're going to outscore you.
We're going to outscore you. That's 100%. The main thing. So I agree. I could see it.
Someone's getting patty, I think. Someone's getting some.
Cole's been a bit off form, though.
Yeah, he needs to do something. Yeah, it's true. I haven't heard about him in a while.
He'll pick up a goal or two and stuff, but in-game performances,
patty time for Cole. On to the next one. Halfway through, Brentford against Everton. Oh, we've gone back in time. I just clicked it, the route it was on SofaScore. So now we're back another 45 minutes.
It's the next day. 26, Wednesday.
I'm trying to time travel, basically. Yeah, 26, my bad. So, next day. So, Wednesday, 7:30. Brentford against Everton. G-Tech. Let me have a little look at the form. I'll let you start this, mate. What's actually going to happen?
This is a tough game. Everton, unreal, actually. You have to give them their props with how they perform. It's the same team, right? They haven't signed anyone different. There's nothing really has changed, apart from obviously the atmosphere and the belief. Whether that comes from the manager, sometimes I think it can be blown out of proportion a bit. I think sometimes players underperform for certain managers, and then for whatever reason overperform for others. Not sure why, but you have to kind of give it to Everton recently. Their performances have been brilliant, and the results have backed it up. Because we've said the performances actually this year haven't been bad in games that they've lost.
No.
They've just been unlucky actually at times.
Yeah.
But now the results are backing up the performances, which is brilliant.
Well, what I was going to say is what Moisey's done is actually got goals from all over the park. It's not just relying on Dominic Calvert-Lewin, who's not going to score.
Yeah.
Which is why you saw so many games at the start of the season where first half, they were on the front foot, they were pinning the team down. But because they didn't have that quality up top, they were going into it 0-0.
Yeah.
And then they were losing the game 2-0. Because then the other side came out and said, you know what?
Yeah.
Let these lot have the ball. But then when we nick it, we have to be forward quick and we have to be clinical. And they'll just win. They just losing like that. So I completely agree with what you're saying. Moisey's turned it completely around, and he's got everyone scoring.
You have to give them their props, man.
100%.
Brilliant. And the players as well. They're putting in the performances.
Yeah, they're a bad bunch of
It might have been the setup and how Daesh wanted to play football, which we've known for years, and I've always said this dinosaur football. It was effective for some times, but it's only going to be effective enough to keep you up. That's it. And you're always going to be in a scrap.
Yeah.
Every year under that football, I believe, you're going to be in a scrap every single year. It's not going to push you to going into the Europa League. It's not going to happen nowadays,
100%.
I don't think.
Well, I think clubs just need to look at the fact of what like teams like Brighton, Bournemouth, Wolves at a time, even Brentford, like these teams have gone on and they've played beautiful football. They've played good football, and they've recruited well. They haven't spent that much. They've spent a decent amount of money. We're in the Prem, but like Everton are that club that kind of went the other way, where Daishi with Burnley would just play boring defensive football. And you're right. You will only get so far, innit? It will literally be 16th, 15th every year. And if that's what you want as a club,
and that shouldn't be what Everton should want to achieve.
No, they've been in
Europe. Like you mentioned, Brentford, Brighton, Bournemouth. Way less years in the Premier League and in the First Division, and so much less. So
they got the management right.
The growth that they've had and the decline that Everton have had in the same time frame is pretty crazy.
It is insane.
But now going into the new stadium, Moyes, I don't know how long he's going to stay there. I'm not actually sure what his deal is, but I mean they can't not re-sign him to another deal if it was only like a 6-month thing just to steady it. I'd be surprised if they don't re-sign him, really. So things I think, in my opinion, are looking up for Everton. Okay, coming back to a score for this game. Sorry, kind of rabbit it on. I still am going to go with 1-1, honestly.
Bosh! Yeah, I was very close to score draw, but because you did 1-1, I'm going Desmondo.
Bosh!
I'm going 2-2, mate. These clubs have, like, near enough on the same type of goal difference. Like, Brentford have scored 43, conceded 42. Everton have scored 27 and conceded 31. Obviously, they've scored a lot more than they conceded under Moisey.
Yeah.
But I'm just thinking, away at Brentford, they'll both try and win the game. Ultimately, it'll probably end up 2-2.
That's my feeling. I think Brentford, very good home form as well. Started to tail off a bit, but still good enough to be, probably one of the top 6.
Yeah, they're in the top 6, Top 6 for home form.
So, and what are Everton like away?
Yeah, Everton away in the bottom 5, mate. They're 15th. So, but then again, like there's a lot of these games that are played about Moisey.
I'm giving them recency bias, but still only for a draw in this game.
Yeah, same. That's exactly what I've gone with. On to the next one. One of our favourite clubs to talk about. Manchester United against Ipswich. 7:30, same time as the last game. I'll let you start it, mate. We don't even have to rabbit on about these lot. We can give a score, and everyone knows how bad it is. We don't really have to. I don't think it's that bad.
This shouldn't even be a conversation, right? This is the thing,
mate. They're 3 places away from each other.
There shouldn't even be a conversation. Like
they're 6. They're 8 points behind them.
Yeah.
United lose.
They
3
don't
games.
play well at home.
Mate,
they've lost 12 games this season. 12 they've lost.
They're scared.
And probably I would hazard a guess that a lot of them, actually majority, would be at home. I would say at least 6 they've lost at home this season. I don't know for sure. But...
Well, at home?
Yeah.
Well, at home, United are down in 14th place. They've lost 5, drawn 1, and... won 5, drawn 1, lost 7.
So they've lost more at home than away.
Yeah.
Which is just...
But it ain't much better, though. It ain't much better, mate.
Yeah.
They're 13th for away form. It ain't much better. That's why they're down in 14th now.
God. The thing is, the team that they put out the other day was just like... I just struggle to see where they get goals from, honestly. If Garnacho is your next starting player, starting winger, and that's who you're relying on, you're in big trouble. Big trouble. Ahmad on the other side, completely different. I think he's twice, maybe 3 times the player Garnacho is. A much higher ceiling as well. But Garnacho plays, and Ahmad's injured at the moment, so I'm gonna go 2-1 United again. Honestly, I just
2-1.
Yeah, I don't know. It could be 2-1 Ipswich. It could be anything. It could
Well,
be
I'm
anything
going
at Old
to
Trafford.
give you my side of this. I'm going 4-0 United.
Okay.
I was about to go 5, but then I pulled myself back.
don't think that's
because the difference between their fours and against at home is -5. So I'm thinking if they clean up these lot, the season will be all right now because they'll continue to score and then they won't end on minus.
That's what we think. They'll score 4 this week. Even if they do 5-0, get back onto level goal difference or whatever. Next week they'll lose. They'll be straight back down into the negatives. This is United at the moment.
I'm going 4-0 though, just because I need something from these up, man. It can't be there, man.
I can't see it, honestly.
It's going to be hilarious if it.
I say it every single week, and it never really changes. It always pretty much comes true. They play so close. The scoreline is 1 goal difference. They lose by a goal, they win by a goal, or they get battered. They ain't battering teams.
Hoping that
they are not battering teams, and they should batter Ipswich.
They should,
but they won't. Think, and they're at home, and like the manager says, they're nervous when they play at home. They don't like playing at home.
It's life, mate. It's life. Man United, good luck, lads. You don't. Yeah, you need a lot more than that from
strange club.
On to my club. Ooh. Big game. This is a big game, mate. 7:30 again.
Could be dodgy.
Nottingham Forest against Arsenal at the Forest Stadium. This could be a very, very good game. When they came to us, they did not lay a glove on us at the Emirates. 2-0. Easy fixture that was. I think it's going to be very, very different this time. You lot have obviously just slipped up against Villa. Call it a slip up, but the way you're playing, you should win every game. You've just been winning every game, so I expect nothing less. But yeah, draw for me is a slip up.
Yeah.
I actually think this might be a draw, you know. I just don't like Forest have got very good attacking players and a very good midfield that gets stuck in. And I think most of our time this game is going to be spent defending. Because these strikers are not what we had when we beat them 2-0. Like even just having Saka on that right, it's brilliant, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm going to go score draw, mate, to keep this short. Otherwise, I'll keep rambling on.
1-1, mate.
Yeah, ramble away. But I was just going to say, I think it'll be the opposite, actually. Forest will do similar to what they did against us. Probably try and nick a goal early and see it out. Spend a lot of time. If they do get that early goal, they'll spend a lot of time in their own half, in their own third, defending, I believe. And if they do that, that's going to be big problems for Arsenal, in my opinion. You need a bit of luck, a set piece, honestly, because they're very good at setting up blocks.
Oh, yeah.
And not letting... Every time, even if you get a chance to shoot, there's 2 or 3 bodies sliding in the way blocking.
Yeah, they are good.
They're aggressive in defending, in trying to keep clean sheets. And I'm going to go 1-1 as well, honestly.
Bosh.
It's a difficult one, but just because of how Forest set up, you do need that extra bit of quality or luck to get by them. So yeah, 1-1.
Score draw, mate. Fair enough. Both of us gone with the same result there, same score as well. On to the next one. Tottenham love playing Manchester City. I might watch this. I don't even want to watch our game. I just want to see the result at the end. Hopefully we win.
Yeah.
I've guessed draw because I've gone
I
brain.
don't think it'll be an interesting game.
Nah, it'll be boring. But yeah, Tottenham City at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. This should be a proper good game, man. I'll be honest with you. I actually think this is going to be decent. I don't know what the score's going to be because with these two, it could be anything.
Yeah.
We've had some crazy scores in the past. Tottenham beat them 4-0 last time out. Etihad, which is just insane. I think Man City will probably be trying to claw that back, to be honest with you. Yeah. I'm going to go... Ange's been having a horrid time with the injuries and everything like that, and just the way he plays is just sometimes a lot of questions more than answers. I'm going to go 3-1 City.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one for sure. I think Tottenham do seem to have City's number. They have done for quite a few years. But that's more when City are even doing very well, actually. They're going for the league and stuff, and Tottenham somehow pull out a result when they're not doing too well.
Yeah.
But this is the opposite, really. I think City ain't doing too well again themselves this season, but slowly creeping back up, battering Newcastle not too long ago. I think they could do the same to Tottenham, honestly. I'm gonna go 3-2 though.
All right.
I still think City are a lot worse in defence adding goal than they have been in recent years. Tottenham will always nick 1 or 2, I think, as well.
Yeah.
They're at home, so they should be able to nick something. But I think City should win, honestly.
Fair enough, mate. 3-2. I've gone 3-1. We both think City. Their away form's not that good. 10th in the league for away form. Yeah, it's not good, mate. It's not good.
And the last time like that happened.
But then Tottenham at home, 12th in the league.
Yes,
so they're similar clubs playing each other right now. Yeah. But obviously Man City a lot higher up in the league because of their home form. Yeah. They're sitting in 4th, Tottenham in 12th, mate. So yeah, it's not looking good for either of these clubs at the moment. Obviously City are definitely bouncing back, but
for sure.
The City we know should be at the top with you lot, and they're not. So yeah, not a good season for them. Let's see. Long may it continue, mate. On to another game. This might be the biggest game of the game week.
Yeah.
8:15. That is literally just after the Tottenham City and our game as well. So you'll have a little bit of extra time to think about things.
Yeah.
Liverpool against Newcastle. Obviously, they're playing at Anfield.
Like we didn't just play it away yesterday.
Don't worry about that.
We're playing away against.
You didn't get to commentate on that one.
Two games in a row.
My opinion. I just literally
in the space of 4 days or 5 days.
Fine, mate. But yeah, Anfield as always.
Yeah.
What's going to happen, mate? This is your club. You tell me.
I'm going to keep this one short and sweet. I'm saying 2-1. We just about nick it. Newcastle always give us a tough game, but we seem to get better results out of them at Anfield. We were unlucky to not win the game. The reverse fixture. At St James's, just a little bit of a lapse of concentration from the keeper, and then even the finish is kind of that wouldn't happen very often either from Shaw. 2-1, short and sweet. Interesting to see where we're at after the City game as well. That's going to be very important. It's going to be tough, man. These next 3 or 4 weeks, I might go grey over these next 3 or 4 weeks. I don't think it's possible, actually.
Yeah, you'll be fine, mate.
But yeah.
2-1 Liverpool,
2-1, yeah.
You know what I'm going for?
It's hope more than anything.
You know what I'm going for it? Desmondo.
Yeah.
This is 100% going to be a repeat of Villa again. But the only little bright spark that's shining through the clouds for you lot, a little bright ray of sunlight, is the fact that you're at home. And your fans, if it does get close, are immense. And they will pull that ball into the cop in it. That will hit the goal in it. If it's still 1-1, like if Newcastle haven't taken the lead and they're like they won't be controlling the game, but if they go 2-1 up, you're gonna get a goal in it. It's not like you're not gonna get a goal. But will you get 2? I don't think so. So that's why I'm going Desmond, mate.
It's very tough. It's becoming tough now.
Yeah, we're getting there. This is a business end of the season, as they call it.
Yes, yeah.
We're there, mate. But yeah, mate, you lot home form and away form. Top of the league, mate.
We were saying before, didn't it? This is like the last game before a bit of a break. No?
Yeah, there's a tiny break, Small break, not a massive one, but a tiny little one.
It's needed, honestly. I think it's needed. Yeah, I need it.
Sure.
I don't even play the game.
Yeah, mate. This is enough. 100%. On to our last game, mate. On to our last game on the 27th, 8 o'clock. This was a fixture that got moved from the first day. Got postponed. No idea why. But yeah, we're here to give the score. West Ham against Leicester. I'll let you start it, mate. What's going to happen?
3-1 West Ham. Short and sweet. Leicester are a strange team. They do play well at times. But, I mean, just relying on Vardy, although he's a bit of a killer finisher, I don't think you can rely on him at this age in the Premier League to be your out-and-out goal scorer, honestly. You need to have some options from elsewhere, and I don't think they get enough goals from the other players in the team. Potter seems to have West Ham playing a bit better. I know the probably league table doesn't really reflect that, but again, there's chances in these games for teams like West Ham. Who's the other one that we were saying about? Who's got a good chance? United as well, really, against Ipswich. Like, it's a good time to play these teams to get a bit of confidence back.
Sure.
Maybe goal difference. Maybe I'm being a bit disrespectful.
Nah, they've conceded 55 goals, mate. They ain't being disrespectful. And they've only scored 25.
There you go.
30, mate.
There you go. So, yeah, I think West Ham to add to the misery. 3-1. The teams that come up are going down. That's my opinion.
Yeah. I'm going to go clean 2-0 victory West Ham. Not much for me to say about this game. It should be quite easy for West Ham to get through this, especially being at home.
Yeah.
Leicester, like I say, conceded 55 goals. It's not looking good. it's gonna be tough for them to get anything out of this. West Ham are normally quite good against all of the teams that are below them.
Yeah.
They only really struggle, and they do well against the big teams sometimes. They lay down, but yeah, I think this should be pretty clean for West Ham. 2-0, mate.
Yeah.
2-0, done.
Yeah, that's going to be the shortest one. There's not too much to be said about that one, honestly. Yeah, another busy week of fixtures, taking up your full week if you watch all these games. Should be interesting. Very good games in there as well.
Mm-hmm.
Tottenham City, Liverpool, Newcastle, Arsenal, Forest, of course, as well. Brentford, Everton, I think, is a low-key one.
Mm-hmm.
Bournemouth, Brighton as well, absolutely.
That's loads of good games.
So yeah, good games. Could be a lot of goals actually this week. So yeah, looking forward to it.
That's it, mate.
But until next time, as always, take care. See you soon.